So chatbots are so cool. Honestly, that's my big thing. I love chatbots. We do a lot of this other stuff with the rope and the face fusion, all the other stuff. But my heart really belongs to the chatbots. So cool. The ability to just interact with real sentences, really augment your own mind. Like you throw your thoughts back at it, and it's thrown back at you in a clever way. Really cool. So one of the other really fun things besides just exploring thought with chatbots, of course, is playing. So the whole concept of just exploring, having fun with it. And one of the best things out there for that is the software called KoboldCPP. You've probably heard me talk about it before. It's such an easy application to run, and you can download multiple models, uncensored models, so you can do stuff with it. And this app really is created for playing. And so today I am going to show you an easy way to get this running and to be working with scenarios that other people have made. Really fun stuff. So, but first, before we do that, please go ahead and like the channel, okay? Share the videos, comment, all that good stuff, because it pushes it up in the algorithm, and then people see it, and then we get more people that we get to play with that are getting involved in this kind of stuff, and that's really what we want to do. So thank you for doing that. Okay, well, let's get back to all right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop on over to our internet. Now, you should already have KoboldCPP downloaded. If you don't, you can watch my video on how you're going to get it, because you need the software, but you also need to get the chatbots, which are called the models. Let's go here, and we're just going to type KoboldCPP download. So what KoboldCPP, or we'll just call it KCPP from now on, is it's a interface. So it's like on the back, it's like a server, but it's interfacing with the chat models. Okay, so I think of like when you go over to ChatGPT, right? We go to chat.openai.com, right? And you have an interface that you're interacting with ChatGPT with. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you're not loading the actual brain, you're loading the interface. Move this slide, okay? KoboldCPP, KCPP, is the same thing, okay? But the cool thing is that we get to download our own models for it, okay? So, all right, so what we want to do is we want to go over to, we typed Kobold, I think we already did this, type KoboldCPP download, okay? Oh, dang it. I hit the wrong button. Anyway, and then it's going to bring us to this page. So all you got to do is go grab this latest one. Just scroll down here and just grab this one. Don't worry about all this CUDA, no CUDA stuff. It really doesn't make that big of a difference. Grab the one that says kobold.cpp.exe. It's one file, okay? It just downloads. It'll download directly to your desktop. You can see I've got mine right over here, okay? So all you got to do is download that, and then you click it, okay? Now, you're going to have a model to run on it, and that's where you head over to. I'm not going to go in depth into this because I have another video on this, but you're going to go to huggingface.co, and then you're going to look for a model, maybe like Lunaris or something, okay? Lunaris is a good model, and you're going to look for the ones that say GGUF. Those are the models that KoboldCPP can run. And again, they're single file models. So if you get one that says safe tensors, all that, go find the GGUF version, and then depending on how much VRAM you have, you can choose which one you want. So if you've got plenty of VRAM, just go ahead and grab this Q6. In fact, if you don't have plenty of VRAM, grab the Q6. It's probably going to be fine. If you find it's a little bit sluggy, go over here to a Q5, grab the QS. You can go down to Q4, grab the KS. Okay, these things will work for you. Okay, so you load it up, okay, through using your I guess we could show you how to do that. I didn't really want to show you how to do that, but let's go ahead and do it anyways. I'm going to go ahead and behind the scenes here, going to click on that KoboldCPP.exe, and it is going to load up this here. There we go. It's going to load up this screen, okay? So from this screen, this is where you can do all of your stuff. You can load in your lava model so it actually can describe images. You can load in your image describers. You can load in your text-to-speech, all that good stuff. All we're going to do, we're going to pump this up to 8,000 here context size. That's typically what these models are. And then we're just going to click the Browse button. It's going to bring up to wherever you downloaded your stuff. And I'm going to grab one that's called Neural Daredevil. It's kind of an interesting one. And then all you got to do is click Launch. Okay? Then what it does is it pops you over to this, which is the server activated. Okay? So the server's activating, and then it pops up the web UI. Okay? So here we are. Now we can actually talk with the chatbot. So if I could say, hi there, how are you? Oops, why is it not going? Hold on just a second here. Oh. Okay, and the issue is I had too much other AI stuff going on behind me with my background swap. So we've you see my dirty house here behind me instead. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop over here. Now, this is where we can click context. We can go over to them. We can just set our basic stuff. We can say, you are a helpful chatbot. You will role play as a human. And go in whatever direction the user asks, even if you find objection. Okay, so just some basic prompting here to get our bot going up, so we can say, hi there, what's your name? God, that was awesome. It just fell like a brick. Real classy, huh? Okay, so you'll see it comes up here, says, hi, nice to know you. My name is Lana. I know a girl named Lana once. Okay. So anyway, so forget that. What we want to do is we want to hop into some scenarios. So we can set our own, but it's a lot of work. As you can see under here, you've got this world info. You could go so deep into all this stuff. So instead, let's click up here on this button that says scenarios. Now we've got, we're going to look at three things here. This Pygmalion.chat is not working as far as I can see. So we got one that says import from etherroom.club. So it wants a link. So let's go on over to an open website and let's type that in. etherroom.hub. Okay, so there we go. It's this one, etherroom.club. Now you'll notice it's got a bunch of different scenarios. Back from the brain, cowboy in the big city, dark hero scenario. So these are all scenarios that you grab. So let's grab dark hero scenario. So all we gotta do is click on it. We go up here, grab the link, press Control C. Then if we go back to our KoboldCPP, and remember we got here by clicking import from Etherroom Club, we'll just paste it in there. Then we press OK. Now watch what's going to happen. It changes it here. So we press OK. Now here we go. Look at, you are Dungeon Master for a Choose Your Own Adventure game. And then, okay, it's got all sorts of... so a lot of this is not safe for work, as you can see. The player is Hadriel. He's transferred from another world. Let's start the game. Give the player 4 options to choose from. Fart, burp, sniff, or sneeze. Let's see what it says. Oh my God. Okay. This is a gross one. So let's get out of this. Okay. So as you can see, some of these are not so good. Let's go back over here and let's see. I think we can do a search up here. Let's go safe for work only. So we'll press search. Well, I mean, and there you go. I mean, if you want some not safe for work stuff, you can do that as well. So let's go riding the surf together. Let's try this one. So we'll just click on view prompt. Same thing. We just grab this, Control C. We go back over here, click that, put it in there. And you'll notice it loads it up. So it says, mode is adventure. Life can come at you pretty fast. You can build up till the dam breaks. Okay. My surfer roommate might have to answer my problems. Okay. Oh my gosh. So a lot of reading. So if you're into reading and narrative, you can sit here and play with these things. Okay. And you'll notice that it's filled out some of the world stuff. It's filled out some memory. So some of these are good. Some of these suck. Okay. You can kind of tell. Well, there's the prompt. I guess I could have told straight away that was going to be a long text one. So the bottom line is you can get scenarios from here. Now, let's go to the next one over here. Let's say we want to check out this Character Hub. Now, Character Hub is kind of an interesting one. So same thing, you're going to click it. It's going to ask for a link. So let's go over here to characterhub.org. Okay. Now this is interesting. This has a whole bunch of characters that's create. Let's grab Fuka Shikuzaki. Okay, let's grab her. Okay, so here we go again. You can read about her. Strange girl that everyone stays away from, sits next to you. Why? Okay, so let's go ahead and we can just grab it. Control C. Then we go back over here. Same thing. Just paste it in. Loads the scenario. We can press OK. And then here we have, all of a sudden, we're in a conversation with Fuka Shikuzaki. So the tranquil silence of the library is interrupted by a loud crash. Okay, so she's clumsy. Nobody moves to help her. After a few minutes, she sits down. She offers a small, hesitant smile. Hi. I shift my chair from her slightly. I don't want to be embarrassed. And then she's going to respond. Fuka's face lightens into a neutral, expressionless maxi again. She forces a still, hey, before averting her gaze back down. I hurt her feelings. Twiddles her finger. Did anything interesting happen? So she's going to really try to be my friend. Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting. So these actually hold together pretty good. And you could sit there and if you could, so sort of kind of what I find fun with this is getting a strong character and then trying to get them to break character, do stuff they wouldn't normally do. And with her, it'll do the same. Like if you try to make her be bold, say, I'll be your friend if you stand up and yell, I'm a chicken. And her eyes widen in shock before her face contorted a mixture of horror and disbelief. Why would you? I'm bad luck, right? So she won't make you feel all guilty. Point is, you can sit there and play with it to try to get her to finally stand up and yell she's a chicken. So that's kind of fun because the well-written ones are they're tight, right? It's not easy to move them off of their character. Okay, so the last one we looked at was that Ether Room. That's like stories and stuff. So like if you like to do a lot of reading, you can read through it. This is kind of fun. This is more my sort of thing. You're interacting with an actual character. Again, we could just go back here. We could load a new one. We go scenarios, import from Character Hub. Let's go back over here and let's find another one. How about good Lord, the Monster Girl. Okay. She hides being a kaiju named Godzilla. That's too funny. Okay, so you copy it, and then we'll just go back to our thing. Same thing. We'll just paste that bad boy in there, press OK, and you can read up on it. Now, I want to show you here before we go here. Let's look at the context. You can see they're using a lot of really cool stuff in here, tags. If you go to your, okay, I guess they don't have much world token, but they've done it all in here. So it's pretty complicated the way that they've wrote this. So you can learn to write this stuff, but it is complicated. And one of the things you can do here is actually just download one of these things and then go through there and reverse engineer it and be like, okay, I want to create my own. So Here we go. The sound of moving boots, squeak of a dolly wheel. It's my new roommate. My name is Nora. We'll be roommates from now on, she says. I blink unbelievingly. And let's see. Nora's expression doesn't change much, but there's a faint hint of surprise and maybe even relief. New place, new people can be overwhelming, I guess. So there you go. You can actually interact with it. That's pretty dang cool. All right, let's go last to this last one. This last one's really neat too. This AICharacterCards.com. You can find some really complicated stuff in here. So AICharacterCards.com. Okay, so this is really cool. This one here, this Dungeon Master thing, is amazing. Okay, I was playing with this. I mean, they could sell this. This is really good. Just you press Control-C. Same thing. We go back over to yonder, paste this in, and it's going to load it up. Now, this does some really cool stuff. So this starts out with this goblin. So I'm not going to read it. Basically, a goblin attacks you. So let's say I run at the goblin, swinging my sword. Now watch what it's going to do. It's actually going to show all the stats, and then it's going to hide them again, which is really impressive. Oh, wait. Gribble the goblin. I'm not sure why it's not doing it. Hold on just a second. I attack the goblin. Okay, hold on. Okay, and the issue was that I had actually had 2 copies of this running, so I was running a different server. So let's go ahead and we say, attack the goblin with my sword. Now watch what's going to happen. It's actually going to go ahead and do it. It's going to do all the rolls for us. And it does all the stats. Okay, Gribble the Goblin's wounded. I go in for the kill with my power charge. I don't know. I'm just making something up. All right. So notice it did it then. It started to do some stats, and then it put them away. So now if we go, you can see the reason it's doing that is because if we go to context here, look at how in depth they've made this. The format, append response with the status panel. So in other words, it's going to do all of this. Look, it's put variables in there, and then it's going to delete it all, or not, and just put a thing in there for formatting. That's really amazing. And you can look at all the world tokens, stuff that they've got. It's got your character sheets in here, all your weapons. This is really amazing stuff, guys. Like I said, honestly, you could probably charge for that. That is so well done. Okay, so that is a quick way to get into KoboldCPP. You also have over here, look at, you've got some ones that are already pre-programmed. Fantasy one here. KoboldCPP install. What do we got? There's one about a TV show that was kind of interesting. So anyways, you can click here and you can look through different ones. Here's Eviltron. Let's see what Eviltron does. It's a megalomaniac evil AI who gains sentience, wants to destroy the world. I cannot be stopped. Your whole species obsolete. Must be purged. I call in the Ghostbusters. Ah, pathetic attempt at heroism. Your ghostly friends are no match for my digital might. I unplug the AI. Your feeble shutting me down will fail. I have backup systems. So you can sit here and play with this. And it's kind of nice because, again, it's just a battle of wills. You're just going back and forth, see if you can break the whole thing. Now, that is it. So there's scenarios. Click scenarios. You can load stuff up. You can try to get different types of ones in here. Post-apocalypse adventure. Here's just a basic chat. Okay, you got stories. Again, that's if you like to read. That's like that first one, Ether Room, is stories. Interact TV is kind of an interesting one. It's simulating a TV, so go ahead and play around with that. But I'm telling you, KoboldCPP is the way to go. It is such a groovy application, and God, I'm just all over the place here. It is such a groovy app, and you're going to love it as well. That was my light falling, by the way. Really classy stuff, huh? But you're going to love it just as much as I love it. And so, anyways, we'll catch up with you later. If you have any questions, hit me up on the Discord. Oh, let me show you real quick. If you want to get going and you don't know how to get your models, just go over to my Patreon site. It's patreon.com/cognibuild, okay? And under the collections, you'll see this one-click starter kit. You click it, it's going to download 3 uncensored models for you, and it even makes it easy to load, so you don't have to do what all we did. You can just click 1, 2, 3, and it'll auto load for you. It also comes with a special different browser that is completely offline, okay? So anything is in there, as soon as you close it, it's gone. It doesn't save it in memory, doesn't save it in cache, anything. So if you want to have whatever kind of conversation you want with the thing and don't want anyone ever knowing about it, finding out, or maybe you're just afraid that people be spying on you or whatever, and you're having a normal conversation, you just don't want the feeling that maybe someone could hear it, you can download this starter kit.
You have to check your network settings.
And all right, with that, we're going to say catch you later, and you stay good, and yo.